Got Sir Groot here versus Warp Driver. Warriors of Chaos and the Vampire Coast. And Azazel is kind of having a bit of a glow up. A lot of people taking him after the Rampage changes. Got some good buffs there. But I do usually see him on the Warriors of Chaos, not actually on the Slaanesh roster. For the Warriors of Chaos, we have Chaos Warriors with Halberds mixed with Marauders in the front line. 2 Dragon Ogres, yes, just Dragon Ogres, not Shaggots. Some Chaos Warhounds on the flanks, Knights of Immolation, Doom Knights, ROR, and then Azazel with Pavane, Acquiescence, and the Lash of Slaanesh. For the Vampire Coast, we have 2 Fellbats, Count Noctilus up on his peg leg with all of his spells? No. Pit of Shades, Invocation Heck, the Withering, and his Summon. That is too many spells. He will not get to use them all in this game. No chance. Then a bunch of Pistol Mobs, Bomber Mobs, 2 Depth Guard with Polearms, 2 Rotting Prometheans, one of which is Lamprey's Revenge, ROR, Gunnery Mob. And that is it. Big volley onto the Bombers before the game even really gets going. Takes a lot of damage off them, so good start here for the Warriors of Chaos. I just don't think there's much chance Noctilus is going to get use out of 4 spells. That's why I'm critical of that. Out of those, I'd probably cut the Withering and the Summon. I really like Pit of Shades and just Invocation of Heck, personally. Here, there's the Rampage! Rampage! Bombers pulled out of position, not getting to throw because they're currently rampaging towards the front line, and other Marauders plus Azazel are just slamming into Bombers that were previously injured by the bombing run of the Knights of Immolation. So really good start here, just saving a ton of frontline HP. Pistols firing away at the Dragon Ogres, getting a little bit of poke out, but these guys 60 armor and 25% missile resistance. They should be okay to withstand a couple volleys from those pistols. Dogs trying to sneak in. Lamprey's Revenge going to get activated, though. Their rear charge might actually just take out the Chaos Warhounds as they come in. There they go. There go the dogs. Noctilus is still firing. Did throw out one of his summons. I believe that's the Moondial summon. There's another one. That must be a Winds of Magic summon. The Marauder front line is already having a bit of a tough time. Several of them are leaving the fight, but that's fine. It's Chaos, you kind of expect that. Knights of Immolation and Dragon Ogres are more of what you care about. Marauders and Chaos Warrior Halberds fighting back against these guys. And a big Pit of Shades from Noctilus. Love it. Hits the Halberds and Dogs. Maybe a couple of these Marauders, too, if they have slipped past the front line. But Azazel dives straight onto Noctilus. As Noctilus is trying to shoot down the line, misses all of the Dragon Ogres and instead hits his own pole arms. But the zombie front line actually ended up winning and is now coming back to support the back line, which is pretty cool for the Vampire Coast. I love that. And the Fellbats were kept in reserve, now chasing down Marauders who are routing, trying not to let them come back. That's good. That's good stuff. Lamprey's Revenge is taking a lot of damage, but they can get Invocation of the Heck. The Dragon Ogres have no healing they can fall back on, and they've taken a ton of damage in this battle. It looks like a Wraith Storm onto the Knights of Immolation. Don't know where most of those Wraith volleys were going. It looks like they're actually hitting the Dragon Ogres, I suppose. This is getting a little concerning, though. The Undead do have the infantry advantage. There's still some Chaos Warrior Halberds fighting it out. But I do wonder if the cheap polearm zombies and the Depth Guard will be able to clear out those Halberds. Lamprey's Revenge probably don't want to be fighting Chaos Warrior Halberds. Need to fall back, get some more healing from Noctilus, but also their passive healing. Looks like another bombing run is going through. Oh, no. They just kind of positioned above them to be ominous, I suppose. Cool. Another heal out from Noctilus onto Lamprey's Revenge. They've stopped crumbling, and that's a bombing run? Okay, you can't be positioning like this if you're not going to bomb. So there are bombs there, ready to go. They just haven't been fired yet. Chaos Warriors and Halberds getting lower and lower. Yeah, we knew it was coming. Nice little poke damage. Where's the second Depth Guard? There they are. They're very, very healthy. The Marauding Prometheans and the Depth Guard pushing through those Halberds. Noctilus is firing at the Dragon Ogres are coming for him. He did just use a summon, but he added the summon to the blob fight that was already happening and not to protect himself, which he will need. He uses his second summon for that, so just summoning everywhere. But second summon was really good. I mean, it's at his feet to just get these Dragon Ogres and Knights a little more distracted. Bails himself out. We do have the first breaks coming in from the halberds. One is gone, the other is at 7 leadership. And still both Fellbats are very healthy, so again, the Warriors of Chaos, anything that routes should be escorted off the map by these Fellbats. But Azazel's currently beaten up on Count Noctilus. There are some polearms nearby to help out, but Azazel's actually infantry-sized, making this not as dangerous for him as it would be for other targets. Fellbats might be taking a fight with a full health Knight of Immolation, which they will lose so horrendously, I have to think it's a mistake. Like, they need to be chasing off these halberds that have routed, not fighting the Knights of Immolation to literally no effect. Noctilus needs to fall back away from Azazel, and I wonder if he should probably save up another Pit of Shades to kill off these 2 infantry units. That'd be my preference. Taking a lot of damage from the Dragon Ogres and Azazel. Soon his little natural summon is going to get burned. It's that, like, it's the next one on this thing. Abandoned Ship, yeah. So soon he's going to have to get another summon, like it or not, because they'll just ditch him. Lamper's Revenge nearly heal capped, fighting back against Dragon Ogres and Marauders and stuff, but all of a sudden, the Depth Guard with polearms are gone. I don't know where they went, but they left this fight, which does leave the Rotting Prometheans alone versus Dragon Ogres and Halberds. Another big drop in here, and both Depth Guard are actually trying to guard Noctilus against Azazel. They're getting some decent damage down, but a rear charge from the Knights of Immolation. Guess they're undead. They can't rout. Don't get the crumbling going, however. And Noctilus has been pissing out summons like there's no tomorrow, so I don't know how many of these troops are even real. He has 2 summons naturally left, 0 on the Captain's Wrath Moon Dial, and I just heard another blur, like an invocation of a heck. Looks like it was overcast in this area, and it did not hit him, so I don't love the cast if it didn't also hit Noctilus. Knights of Immolation do fire damage. Didn't notice that till right now, meaning they're reducing all the healing coming in for the Vampire Coast. Depth Guard, both very low, trying to get anything done. And Noctilus was trying to get a nasty side shot down the Knights of Immolation. Still is. Yeah, that was a real good shot. Took out a ton of them. We'll love to see it. Nice Wraithstorm hits them, too. That was a really, really nice 1-2 combo from Noctilus. The Lamper's Revenge are gone. Depth Guard are trying to hold for now. Can they stop Azazel? Withering, minus leadership, minus armor. He now has 0 armor. And the Halberds are moving into the Knights of Immolation. Okay, this isn't wrapped up just yet. It's looking very Chaos favored, but it's not. It's not unwinnable. As these Halberds are getting in a little over their head. The Depth Guard, that is. Noctilus still trying to fight back against Azazel. He's just a horrendous 1v1 combatant, which is, like, fine. If you're on an artillery mount and you're still winning duels, that's a problem. Looking at you, Kugath. But, yeah, another good bombing run from the Knights of Immolation. Takes out 1 Depth Guard. Another's almost dead, and the Fellbats are trying to come back to the fight, but Noctilus is too low. Invocation Heck buys him a little bit of time, but he's outnumbered. He's surrounded. He's just gonna die. GG. Azazel, 4,400 value. That's actually kind of insane, considering he didn't have, like, big damage spells you'd think of that for, like Final Transmutation or something like that. It was just his little whips over time and melee fighting. Dragon Ogres did okay. Knights of Immolation did amazing. Marauders, mixed value. Dogs got rolled. And the Chaos Warrior Halberds did fine. For Warp Driver, Noctilus did good. Depth Guard both did pretty darn well. Lamper's Revenge, the other Rotting Prometheans did okay. The Bombers were shut down super effectively by the Warriors of Chaos. Fellbats were good at chasing stuff off. The Pistols had a hard time really participating. So, GG. Roar.
Subscribe, yes, yes.